Good evening, good evening, good evening again, folks. Let me get another drink. The air's kind of dry in here. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We'll get back to the JRC in a minute. First, the disclaimers and the trigger warnings. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shots campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, all the pertinent links are going to be right there in the description box. We've got Autistic Koya's massive archive. That's number one, folks. So much material on there in regards to the JRC. If you want to start, reading through with us or pull up a few things for your own, feel free. We got the article written by Neuroclastic, the one where they interviewed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center really got there. Well, let's just say it got underneath their skin bad enough. They threatened Neuroclastic with a defamation lawsuit if they didn't remove it from the website. So read the article, share it on all your social media. We have Neuroclastic's GoFundMe linked in there as well, because unlike the JRC, we don't have access to unlimited funding. More's the pity. Especially the way things are now inside the United States. Somebody, for the love of God, send help. Not prayers, help. And I can't overstate that enough. Alright, so let's get back to our next sentence here and the trigger warnings. We talk about places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys. You're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips or surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please utilize the headphones. Also, this channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity and speak on dark subjects. If your child's 16 or younger and watching this, parental supervision is advised. Alright, so let's go back to where we were, shall we? SAS also suffered from a series of adverse effects from medication treatment, including tremors, anxiety, insomnia, increased sedation, and gastrointestinal disturbance. Here we go again. Did anybody talk to SAS's doctors in regards to the troubling side effects for the medication that they were taking? Did they discuss with said doctor who was doing the prescribing in regards to her having stomach issues, if the medication seemed to be producing tremors, greater anxiety, or irritation? Was this brought up with the doctor at all? Doctors are not clairvoyant. Okay? In regards to medications, this is key. There must be constant communication, especially if there's a side effect that you are seeing that looks like it can get real serious. Okay? Now the JRC is going to use that as usual to demonize Big Pharma. What they're not going to tell you is, for some reason within our society, we've almost got this weird we almost kind of look at doctors as though they're God. There's not usually a whole lot of questioning that goes on in regards to receiving a new prescription, unless you're lucky enough, like me, and you have someone in your family that works in the healthcare field and begin teaching you, as my mom did me in my late teens, to start asking questions if I felt like A, the medication was not working, or B, the side effects were so severe that whatever benefit I was obtaining for the medication was not worth the cost of the side effects. Where I glaringly learned this was during the last 2 years of high school, when they tried me on a couple of different drugs. They tried Seroquel and Wellbutrin. One side effect was extreme exhaustion. I was still able to function, but barely. I didn't even have enough energy to be able to conjure up emotions, if that makes any sense. The other one made my already severe stomach issues a hell of a lot worse. Did I just simply leave that alone and continue to take the medications that were causing me issues? No! When I went to my next doctor's appointment and I spoke with the psychiatrist, I let them know what was going on with that medication. And you know what they did? We tried something else. You just can't sit there and blame Big Pharma and blame the medication all the time without at least doing some of your part. If you do not tell the doctor that this medication is a sedative that makes it impossible for me to be able to function, do you really think that the doctor can read your mind? No, that is something to bring up at your doctor's appointment. Whatever issues or questions or concerns that you have in regards to any medication that you are prescribed, you need to discuss with your doctor. Going around screaming something that doesn't work or isn't a quick fix doesn't do anybody any amount of good. Especially since we already know that the JRC are notorious for when a person's on a new medication, they give it a week, declare it isn't working, and immediately try to get them off of the medication and stuck on a human shock collar. Okay? You need a better idea of how medications work. And you gotta have a better give and take relationship with the doctor who's prescribing the medicine. Is the medicine you're taking causing you way more harm than it is benefiting you for what you had it prescribed for? Tell your doctor. It might be the dosage is off. It might be triggering something, some kind of allergy you didn't even know that you had. But you'll never be able to know this if you do not have open, honest conversations with the doctor who's prescribing the meds. You certainly can't go off and start blaming Big Pharma when you haven't even come through on your end to explain with the doctor what is going wrong with the medicine they prescribe to you. Okay? I need this stupidity to stop. Alright? Not to mention, this is me just believing what the JRC is selling here. They could be exaggerating on their end for their own purposes. I can't say that for sure, so I'm going to use the word allegedly. But for what we have in regards to prior cases, they don't exactly have a good relationship with honesty. Okay? Now, in regards to things like insomnia, anxiety, increased sedation, gastrointestinal disturbance. I want to cover that in particular because a lot of medications are going to cause you stomach issues. See, that Paxil in there caused me some not fun side effects, okay? It was constipation, and it also was causing some severe stomach issues. It triggered my acid reflux. Anybody who has it, it sounds benign, it's not. It sucks. It will put you on your face and make you hate life. Trust me. Okay? But the benefits of taking it and getting my anxiety back under control when literally nothing else worked. I didn't want to stop that medication, so I started having candid conversations with my prescribing doctor, who told me, first, why don't you go ahead and try maybe taking a couple of your antacids in the morning along with the Paxil. Canceled out the stomach issues. Worked. That open conversation about the constipation and what they recommended didn't work. However, because open, honest conversations with doctor, I tried, and I also got recommendation from my mom too. Healthcare. It's her thing. She has not yet been wrong a single time with anything she's advised me that is in her wheelhouse. Let's just put it there. So I got some organic chia seeds, and I stay away from massive amounts of cheese. It is a massive sacrifice. I love, especially aged white sharp cheddar, like you wouldn't believe. But I started putting those little chia seeds inside my Greek yogurt and stir it up in the mornings, which is awesome because there's some weird sensory issues that I have with yogurt. I both love it, and the texture makes me batshit insane at the same time. So, took away my texture issues so I can have my nice Greek yogurt without having the weird sensory issue along with it. And it also took care of the constipation for me. These things happen because open, honest, sometimes embarrassing conversations with the doctor that help counteract those two side effects. So I could still get all the benefit from the medication without it causing me too much grief. But that's what you've got to do. If you're having a side effect that it has become such a major issue that it is interfering with your ability to be able to function, the idea isn't to continue to keep taking the medication and suffer, or be sent to the JRC and put on a human fucking shock collar. It is talk to your doctor and work together in regards to the side effects. And if it is simply too much, sometimes that is the case, that's why Seroquel and Wellbutrin did not work for me at all, then they can switch you to something else to try that maybe does not have the same side effects instead. Because that's a hell of a lot more of a humane and likely to work answer than throwing the baby out with the bathwater and sending the poor kid to a tortured hellhole that they call treatment in Kenton, Massachusetts, Judge Rotenberg Educational Center. Alright? On that, folks, we're going to go ahead and close out for the night. We don't get very many views on this channel. And the few we do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, don't forget to hit the comments. I appreciate your time, and as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'm sorry I had to give you like that gross introspection, but it was the example that was right at the top of my head, so I'll see you all next time. Sorry, I'll stop digging. Bye-bye.